A beautiful day, finally back on the road. It's been 7 weeks since my last motorcycle camping. Looking forward to going down the coast. I'm just going down a couple of hours and I'll be able to camp on a free campsite. I have no water, so I just got to bring my own water. I'm hoping I won't be too busy. It's 18 degrees. Let me just remind you, it's the middle of winter here. Even for us, this is a warm day. Usually it's probably more between 10 to 15 degrees. So today is amazing. It still gets really cold at night. So again, like my other videos, it will be interesting to see how I go in the cold, but we'll check that out tonight. This might look familiar. This is just Kiama. You might have seen that in my previous video about my hometown. If you haven't, the link down below so you can check it out. For those that haven't done any motorcycle camping trips, something to just keep in mind is that having the extra weight on means your bike will act a bit different than just you on your own. It's a bit like having a pillion on the back and you are a bit wider, so the wind will push you around a bit more, but it's just something you get used to. You just gotta keep in mind not to do anything crazy. Just about to arrive in Nowra, which is about an hour south from where I live, and I've got a bit over an hour still left to go. I decided to do a short run today because I left at 12 o'clock, so that would actually give me a bit more time to maybe check out the place. Unlike my last camping trip, I ended up setting up in almost the dark, so it'd be good to get that out of the way a bit earlier. Squeeze through here. Unlike last trip, not much traffic around here. Down south it's always pretty good. This is why we ride. Time for a break. Just got a new USB charger and it's working quite well. So it's connected to the ignition, so whenever I turn on the ignition I've got power. Time for a little break, have a banana, and then I'll probably be back on the road very soon. Not a bad view. So the last part of this trip is on a dirt road. I have very limited experience on dirt roads. I just missed the turn because there was no sign for it, and I just did a U-E and I almost fell over just doing this on a bit of gravel. So wish me luck on this one, and we'll see how we go. Hopefully we'll get there in one piece. When I was young, I've never had any motorcycle experience, let alone on dirt. So for me, this feels like riding on ice. All I really know is that you're meant to just use your back brake. And with this bike, because it's got ABS, I don't know how greatly that works. All I was worried about is stopping and then putting my feet down, because I always feel like my feet are gonna slide out, and I don't have a lot of power in my legs, so I can't really stop the bike from tipping over. It gives me all more pressure than and making me nervous, more than I probably should be. Push myself and try new things, so that's what I'm here for. There's one more thing that I'm worried about, but I won't say it because I don't want to jinx it. Bike is obviously made for, you know, 10% off-road. I've seen a lot of people actually doing quite a bit of off-roading on it, so it's definitely possible, but it's all about the rider. Now, I am a very much beginner rider on dirt. I'd like to learn on a smaller bike, that would be good, and I don't have any protection on this bike when it comes to an engine guards and a bash plate. Just a little bit of dirt or gravel, that's probably the most I'll be doing on this bike for quite a while. Oh, that's slippery. I think you're meant to let the front wheel do its thing, which to me is very unnatural, to just let it go where it wants to go, because it makes me feel like I'm out of control. This is the thing I was worried about. I didn't want to jinx it. And here's another one. I haven't seen this color soil that much around. Very bright color. There comes sand. I'm not the only one. Definitely not the only one. Well, that was a workout on its own. I put 2 locks on it, so I'm hoping it will be safe. And it's in behind the gate here too, so you can't just get a car up next to it. Just a little bit worried that, you know, even though it's heavy, just a van and a few people would do the trick. I just had to carry everything to the campsite. So we'll go over now and have a look. See what it looks like. The tent is up. All I gotta do now is blow up the mattress and get some sleeping bags going. I brought 2 because it's going to be cold tonight, so I'll use the summer one as an extra blanket. And I'm out of breath because I put the tent up the wrong way around, but I'm leaving it because I don't care. I just went to the toilet and I was gonna have a mandarin and some water, but turns out the birds like them too. I can see it fly away and chipping away on it. So what I think it is, time to check out the beach. There's all these dedicated camping spots, and you're only allowed to have 1 tent in there as far as I can tell. And all of them you have to walk to the campsite, which means you kind of want to travel light. But I've seen some on the other side that have a full setup going, so they would have had, you know, a trolley to get it all there, because it's insane. Something mesmerizing about the ocean. It's just like riding in some ways, just sort of therapeutical. I love the sound of it. When you look at this is just great. What more do you want? Beautiful day. Lots of surfers out here. And I don't know if you can see it, but they jump off from the rocks into the water, so they have to time it right so they don't smash themselves on the rocks. Saves them having to swim all the way out. Could be a private little beach. This place is amazing, beautiful views everywhere you look. I might have a early dinner again and early bed, because I'm not going to bother with a fire, trying to find any firewood. I might have an early start tomorrow morning, have a look at the sunrise, depending on how I sleep tonight, if it's going to be too cold or not. I just noticed that my tyres are not the greatest. My rear tyre is a bit bold. I'll probably see you tomorrow. I decided to have a fire after all, because I did find some wood. A good tip, if you do try to go find some wood, try to find something that's upstanding or lift it off the ground so that the moisture doesn't actually get into the wood, because otherwise you're going to have a lot of smoke and probably a lot of trouble trying to start it. Last load. Time for a beer.
People say
happy with it. It's probably a bit after 6 now. Stars are out. Might have some dinner soon and just relax by the fire. I forgot how nice it is to have a fire.
Good morning. Had a pretty good sleep. It was cold, but I used the extra doona, or extra sleeping bag. It made it quite comfortable. Do need to wear something extra on the legs, and I had a long sleeve top on, but I was pretty good. I went to a place, because it's close to the ocean, I could hear the ocean again at night. There was lots of wind going through all the trees, so it's quite a comforting sound. I might make some tea and start packing up, and I'm back on the road.
Turns out the people with the beer bong decided to just leave it all behind. There were just a few surfers that actually decided to pick up their rubbish and take it in a car and actually dump it in the right place instead of just leaving it behind.
You know what they say, many hands make light work.
Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen.
Hopefully we'll get out of this road with ease. Lots of surfers here. It must be a very popular spot. There's that sandy area again. I gotta say, it's a very nice spot to stay. And for me, it's not that far. It's only about 2 hours. So it's a nice little getaway without having to plan too far ahead. Are you meant to be in second gear?
That I've ever seen.
Tarmac, love it. Yes, made it out alive. Time for some morning tea. That's it to me today. The rest of the ride will be exactly the same, so I'm probably not going to bother recording that. If you like this video, let me know. And also, if you have any questions or recommendations on how to do things off-road or anything else, please let me know. See ya. Got one last question for you riders. how do you secure your bike? Especially when I'm camping and I can't park my bike next to the tent. I don't feel very comfortable doing that. Do you guys have any tips or tricks? Let me know below. Thanks for watching once again. I hope you enjoyed the show. Next time, who knows where I'll be going. I love just exploring the new places, even though it's close to home. I haven't been to these places, so just absolutely loving it at the moment. I'll try to get out camping at least once a month. It's just sometimes life gets in the way of things. I hope to see you riders next time. Confused motorcyclists. Hey, hey.